settlements. Before the Spaniards came, the Ivatans lived on the slopes of mountains. Dampier recorded that they inhabit together in small villages built on the sides and tops of rocky hills, 3 or 4 rows of houses one above another, and that they may not be assaulted from above, they take care to build on the side of such high, steep, perpendicular precipice, altogether inaccessible. One of these places must have been what is now the Raquaidi settlement, where one still finds remains of an old habitation, such as columnar stones with holes, and what used to be food grinders.
From the archaeological evidence, there were traces of houses and walls and boundaries of houses in between each other, and was a settlement.
Dr. Dizon also found that the ijangs, or what many Ivatans believe were citadels, were also habitation sites.
Sabidug has one of the best ijangs from probably the 12th to the 16th century AD. It was one of the best habitation place that they've had, and it could be used also as a fortress. But the more important thing is we found some low pack walls, terrace around the Sabidug Ijang, indicating for vegetable cultivation. And whether or not there were warfares is questionable.
The missionaries reported that the houses were so small they looked more like caves. They were made of kogon, constructed to take advantage of the contour of the terrain, and were situated near the sea facing the east and northeast to protect themselves from the winds. Governor Jose Basco y Vargas not only resettled the Ivatans, he also brought in masters to teach the locals how to build houses made of stone, lime, and sand. Later, in 1895, Father Anastasio Idigoras noted an improvement in the houses and settlements in the islands. He said, the province had substitutes for wood which were lime and sand. These they had in abundance and could obtain without difficulty. These materials were the most appropriate for building purposes in these islands, as they were more often than not exposed to strong typhoons. So the greater number of houses in the islands of Batan and Sabtang were of mortar and stone with kogon roof. The houses were grouped together in an orderly manner that is asymmetrically in straight lines. This is Chavayan. It is profoundly still, as if the village were in suspended animation, and time stopped in the time of Lolo Ireneo, a 99-year-old craftsman who used to be a town leader.
Sabi nila, ako tiga-yaro. Yaro, yung mga tawang akiyatin mong sumama sa iyo, gumagawa ng gaya ng yun sa kapilya. Wala kang bahay na. Ako ang leader dun eh. Kaya ako tinatawagan lang sa Mr. Yaro.
Batanes had been isolated, and to a degree still is, but it is no longer removed or disconnected from the modern world. The ingenious and hard-working Ivatan would not be left behind. Batanes is a place so breathtaking and a culture so rich that it will always attract attention and interest from the outside world.
We have always held visitors in high esteem. We do welcome visitors, and we slowly we realize the economic value they bring into the place. So we are slowly getting to that part where we see that tourists are very important. We welcome them, but we also want them to respect our traditions, our culture, and help us preserve it, not destroy it.
Now that it is more accessible, more and more visitors are coming. Tourism is inevitable here, for there are many things Batanes can offer.
For those who seek high adventure activities, there is scuba diving. We have a lot of dive sites here, and The visibility is the greatest attraction because the visibility could be as far as 200 feet, unlike in other dive destination in the Philippines. There's the Mount Iraya for mountain climbers. You can go mountain biking around Batanes, around Batan Island and Sabtang in just a matter of hour. And simply going with the fishermen in fishing for dibang or the flying fish. In the western side, there is the viewing deck in Mahakaw, which you could both see the airport and the southern part of the island. If you want to go swimming, there is this lagoon in Huhmurun. Sa kabila nun, White Beach ang tawag, pero ang pangalan ng lugar is Huhmurun. In Batang also, you can also swim there. Pero we have to advise the people that they should have a guide that is a strong swimmer. And Itbayat could offer caves for spelunkers. Dito sa Batanes, iba't ibang town may iba't ibang araw ng piyesta. Pagka piyesta, usually may mga palabas dyan.
Visitors may watch the performance of the Palo-Palo, the Ivatan war dance. Visitors may also listen to the Lajit, ancient songs of the Ivatans.
Do bahay niya mamo, as bahay ni Loy namo.
Manayan pinamidin, dapayan minanuma. Oy cayakan sutau, tataay dedekayan.
Tourism can be a boon and a bane. It is a potential source of cash that some families here badly need, but it can also be a source of new problems.
Dito sa Batanes, ang gusto ng tao na maging industry dito ay turismo. At hindi lang basta turismo kundi ecotourism. Mangyari kasi sa ganda ng lugar at sa yaman ng kultura, wala kaming maibigay na iba kundi yun. Kaya ecotourism ang gustong mangyari ng mga tao dito ay gawa ng ayaw din ng mga tao mismo na mangyari ang nangyari sa ibang lugar na merong prostitution, merong problema sa drugs at iba't ibang klaseng problema na dumarating dun sa mga lugar na yan. Ayaw ng mga taong mangyari dito yan.
Some hope that ecotourism will provide a market for their local products, such as turmeric, and the organically grown garlic, which used to be the province's #1 export product.
Before we took our natural resources and our cultural heritage for granted, they were just there, but we did not appreciate them. Today, as we become more aware of what heritage is all about, we see the depletion of our limited and frail natural resources. We see that we have to take care of them, conserve them, and protect them for ourselves in the present generation and also for our children's children. Culture gives us our character. They make us who we are as a unique people. And if you don't pay attention to our culture, then our character, our value system is eroded, and we begin to live a life that is not ours, that is not our own. The reason why our culture is important is that somehow they invite us to continue the values of our elders. And these values or these cultural ways have been tested over time as the best in men that live in islands like Batanes.